intervention. So, question?
Just a clarification from the witness. From your evidence this afternoon, you say that for the best of your knowledge, the photos were being taken by the members of the County Assembly because there has always been consequences if they are not made, if they do not vote in a certain manner. I would want, especially the whipping. I would want to know from whom do these instructions come from, and what are the instances, to the best of your knowledge as a member of that county assembly, that people have been de-whipped for voting in a certain way.
Madam Speaker, we have 2 members of the County Assembly who are currently de-whipped from their committees, and they belong to the ODM party. These members also share the same political party with our Excellency. These members have no the platform to be able to contest that which is happening. Currently, we have a member who has gone for 8 months without an allowance. An MCA only earns 89,000, and it is fully committed in mortgages and loans. And as a member who sits in the board, County Assembly Service Board, I have received several complaints, and I have had to go and extend and sit down with this member who has suicidal thoughts because of that matter. And that is why I thought it is wise that I will come and testify about it, because it is something that is close to me, but I have no control over it.
So that I get the answer to that particular question. I'm not asking a different question. Is that for the 2 members who you say one of them has not had a salary for the last 8 months, is it then as a consequence of a vote that he or she ever took? And as a member of the board, it is then puzzling that you're the person that processes salaries for the members of the County Assembly.
Senator Medhu, did she talk about salaries or allowances?
Well, let me say benefits. Let me use benefits. I think that would make more sense. That she has not been able to be enjoying benefits for the last 8 months. Is it because he or she ever voted in a certain way, that member from the ODM party?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. The reason as to why members did this was because they did not want to go against instructions. One of the instructions, or one of the things that this honorable member who has gone for 8 months without salary is because he went and talked against the position of his leader within the party. So yes, we fear that when we do anything against that position, we are victimized and we are sent away from the assembly. Despite the fact that the standing orders say that a member should be at least in one standing committee, this member we are referring to is not in any committee. That means that even the people, because this is an elected member, even the people that have sent him to the assembly have been denied an opportunity to have their views presented in the assembly.
Senator Eric Mogeni Okong.
Yes, Mheshimiwa, you know, as we sit here so that you assist us with information that will help us make a determination that is fair and just. And on the 4 counts that the Deputy Governor of Kisii County is facing, I've listened to your testimony and I've not heard you respond to any of those 4 charges that are facing the governor. So do you think what you have told us this afternoon is relevant to the business that is before us? Number 2, I've read your affidavit. I think it was sworn on 11th of March, 2024. And all the things you have said about MCAs who have in the past been threatened by the governor, who have lost certain positions, 2 of them you say, some who have lost, who have been punished by being denied their allowances. All that information appears nowhere in your affidavit? Is it that you have just had an afterthought, or how come you didn't include such crucial information in your affidavit? As I said, ours is to get evidence that assists us in arriving at a determination relevant to the charges that are facing the DG of Kisii County.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Senator has asked me if the information is relevant to this distinguished assembly. Yes, to the best of my knowledge, it is important and relevant to this assembly. One of the items that was presented through public participation was the observation of this and whose content I'm referring myself to. And if this was a matter that was then referred to the assembly, courtesy of a public participation activity, and these are observations that have come from the people of Kisii County, then the people of Kisii County's views are relevant in this observation, unless we want to believe that the views of the people of Kisii County are irrelevant for this discussion. Part two, the information appears right now, and it was not part of the affidavit. Honorable Speaker, I was responding to the questions as presented to me by by Wakili, and I was expounding as he has requested me to expound. Thank you.
Senator Kisang.